Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Espoir du Vite. Today I want to play a game that was recommended to me called Crimson Spires. I've come to believe that the whole world is an enigma, a harmless enigma that is made terrible by our own mad attempt to interpret it as though it had an underlying truth. Umberto Eco. Foucault's Pendulum. I agree, that sounds pretty hot. That sounds pretty cool. On a brisk autumn evening, the drive from Cape Girardeau to St. Louis feels like my reward for a job well done. The air is sharp and crisp, colors dance before my eyes from the shifting sunset. It all seems so perfect and peaceful, until... Don't call me, I'm driving! This is Special Agent Wright. I'm currently driving on the interstate, so please call back unless this is urgent.
Erika, thank God.
Chief Morris, I can give you a full report of the trial tomorrow morning. Right now, as I said, I'm...
Yes, I know how you feel about vehicle safety, but this is urgent.
Vehicle safety is urgent, sir.
Where are you right now?
I'm on my way to St. Louis. I can't give you an exact location right now, but I passed Perryville approximately 10 minutes ago, and my speed is...
Close enough. The prisoner transport van crashed near your location. A team is on the way, but you're a lot closer.
Prisoner transport van? I understand. Who is the prisoner in transport?
August Flynn.
Ooh. Easy. My hand tightens on the steering wheel, and the car swerves slightly. Do you mean the serial killer? The heartbreaker?
That's the one.
Crap.
Let the record show that on this day, the 10th of September, I got Erika Wright to curse.
This isn't the time for jokes, Morris. Where's the van's location? Morris's info sends me even deeper into the woods of rural Missouri, down winding roads past miles of farmland, to a small town called Bataille. Bataille? As I approach the town, what the... What the heck? How dare you? I swerve to the shoulder, barely in time to keep from hitting some sort of large creature. It was too big to be a deer. Could it have been a bear? Or a deer bear? Or Bigfoot? My heart is racing. I struggle to catch my breath. If I had reacted a second later, both the animal and I might be dead. In any case, I managed to avoid a crash, and time is of the essence, so I resume driving. I don't get much further before I see it. A crunched van leans face first against the side of the road. Metal and glass debris cover the ground in all directions. What could have caused a crash like this? The van shouldn't have been driving very fast. Why was the transport van in Bataille in the first place? It's all so strange. I suddenly wish I had kept Morris on the phone to ask more questions. But I don't have time for such curiosity now. Lives are at stake. We need to get this dude. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no. I was expecting a visual novel, but now I actually have to look for clues. Clues. Let's see. That's a dude. You good, dude? I see that the doors of the van are wrenched open. Spatters of blood gleam in the smashed interior. Below the open door, the body of a federal marshal lies limp. I see several dead bodies around the van. It's probably they died from injuries in the crash. If that were the case, they would still be in the car, right? But one of them... I lean down to examine his injuries. His neck is red and scraped. It seemed he was strangled to death. August Flynn did this. My hand goes to my gun. I straighten back as I scan the area. I see a small splash of blood several yards away, Perhaps August or another survivor fled the crash while wounded. A blinding flash of light splits the sky. Thunder shakes the earth right after, punching my eardrums. I see the silhouette of a large mansion on a hill in the distance. No time for sightseeing. A dangerous killer is on the loose. Hey, there's a liquor store over there. Jinkies. Looking at this as if I know what's going on. Let's see. Hello? The trail is sparse, but I follow the specks of blood to a small liquor shop. I rap on the door with the fastest flurry of knocks I can muster. FBI, please answer the door. This is Special Agent Erika Wright with The door wrenches open. On the other side stands a gruff, disheveled man in his 50s. I flash my badge at him.
FBI? What the heck are you doing here?
Sir, were you aware of the crash just down the road?
What crash? I guess I heard something. Thought it was thunder. He's suspicious!
Sir, has anyone suspicious or unfamiliar come to your shop within the last 15 minutes?
Just some FBI agent banging on the door after hours.
I swallow my frustration and conclude that this man will be of no help to me whatsoever.
I don't know.
A dangerous criminal is in the area. Please remain indoors and alert authorities if you encounter a Caucasian male in his 30s with blonde hair.
Any criminal I meet can say hello to the Remington 12 gauge I keep at the desk. Thanks for your concern, officer, but I'll be just fine on my own. All right.
He shuts the door in my face. Rude.
Steve! You're very rude, Steve.
The sky grumbles. I look up. A heavy wave of rain rushes to the earth. The blood was hard enough to see in the dark. Now it's hopeless. Clearly, August was headed away from the town. I doubt he'd go into the woods during a storm, so all I can do is head down the highway. Just as I'm about to leave the liquor store...
Ah, Agent Wright, you're here. Oh, thank God.
Hey, you got blood on you. Are you okay?
A familiar man emerges from behind the store. I recognize him as Bradley Jones, a federal marshal I've worked with on a few cases. He was likely one of the officers transporting August, and the only one to survive the crash. Oh, okay. It's good to see you, Jones. Catch me up on what's going on here.
We pulled up at a gas station just outside of Bataille. Just as we were pulling out, something... I think a bear appeared next to the van.
A bear?
I mean, I know it sounds crazy, but something was definitely there. Finlay, the driver, he started to have a panic attack. He thought it was chasing us.
Bears don't usually chase cars.
We tried to get him to calm down, but he wouldn't stop speeding. I offered to drive, but he refused to stop. Someone grabbed the wheel. It might have been me. Then everything went black. I woke up. Finlay, Miller, Gant. They were all dead. I guess I was the lucky one.
And August Flynn?
Gone. I think he killed Gant and escaped. Don't know why he spared me. Maybe he thought I was dead.
We have to find him.
I thought he might be hiding behind the store. He definitely didn't head into town, and there's nothing that way for miles.
More agents are on their way. We'll canvass the woods when we can.
Well, if I'm gonna sit here and wait for him, not after what that monster did to Gant.
I wasn't planning on waiting. Every minute he gets further away. Are you okay to keep going?
My head hurts, but nothing I can't deal with.
He's on foot, and he's injured. He was headed this way, so I hope we can catch up.
Thanks for the help, Agent Wright. I'm so glad you're here. Well, I guess until the cavalry arrives, it's just the two of us.
Hey now.
Then let's get to work.
Hey now, you two. We're on business.
We search the nearby road and woods, but we find no more signs of the Heartbreaker. Meanwhile, Jones is more injured than he's letting on, dragging his foot behind him. I start to wonder if he left the trail of blood himself. If so, are we going in the right direction? I suggest we return to my car and continue to search by vehicle. Jones agrees, and we retrace our steps back to the crash. Suddenly, another flash of lightning distracts me for just a second. I see a dark shape on the edge of my vision and start to turn.
Erika, watch out!
Ah! I draw my gun and spin around again, but I'm not the one our attacker goes for. No, he's smarter than that. He goes after the injured one. He rushes from the woods so fast I barely have time to face him before he tackles Jones and pulls him to his feet. He's wearing prison garb, but his hands and feet are free. He holds a sharp piece of glass and presses it to Jones's neck. August Flynn, drop the weapon now or I'll shoot.
Don't be too hasty, Agent. If you fire a shot, my hand might slip.
I realize my own hands are shaking. I've never been in a hostage situation like this. I half expected August Flynn to be a raving madman. Instead, his gaze is icy and hollow, sending a chill down my spine. You have nowhere to go, Heartbreaker. Reinforcements are on the way.
Please don't call me that. August will do. As for your reinforcements, perhaps they'll meet the same sorry fate as our van on the way to Bataille.
That voice actor sounds familiar. What are you talking about? The bear? August prods Jones gently with the tip of his glass.
Do you really think it was a bear, Jones?
Well, what do you think it was? Bigfoot?
I don't know. I didn't get a good look.
Well, I did. As did the poor driver of that van. He knew what he'd seen. And if you asked me, he acted quite appropriately.
I feel anxious standing here talking rather than taking action, but in truth, it's useful to stall until reinforcements arrive. So, what do you think you saw, August?
I don't think you'll believe me, and I wouldn't blame you. But I don't think that creature we encountered is documented in any science book. A priori, the only word to describe it is monster.
Oh.
Oh, come on.
Was it a bear? I doubted it, but I'm not inclined to believe August's far-fetched version of events either.
So you see, Agent, there are monsters nearby much more dangerous than I.
I don't know. Some of the monsters equivalent to people alliteration thing I can't word right now. August makes small steps, moving them both backwards. Not another step.
Truly, Agent, I would not advise trying to shoot me in these circumstances.
He keeps moving, but unfortunately, he's right. If I try to shoot him, I could easily shoot Jones instead, or August will use that shard of glass on Jones's throat. My heart races. What can I do? I've always had good aim, but my hands don't feel steady. I have to do something. I can't just stand here. Shoot or stall? I don't trust my shooting, so let's continue to stall. August like that. Oh no. No one has to get hurt here today. It can't be long before backup arrives. I was the closest agent, but there will be others. There's only one road into town, too, so if I can keep them close. I suppose this is where you make your demands.
My demands?
This is a hostage situation, isn't it? You don't really want to hurt Jones. You want something. You want a way to escape, I'm guessing.
If I'm being honest, I didn't really think about it. I'm playing the situation by ear. This wasn't some master plan of mine, you know.
Well, now's your chance to give it some thought. He tightens his grip on the shard of glass. I watch carefully, hoping he'll slip and cut himself, giving me a moment to act.
I suppose I should ask for your car keys. The van certainly isn't going anywhere, and I don't see any other way out of this town before your reinforcements arrive.
If I give you the keys, will you give me Jones?
Of course not, then you will just shoot me.
Well, yeah. I won't shoot you if you don't hurt him.
I'm not a fool.
I'm totally going to shoot you. Then what's your plan? take Jones with you?
Yes, and he can do the driving. Once we're far enough out of town, I'll let him go.
That's a pretty good plan, actually. I'm not a fool either, August.
You arrested the wrong person. I'm not the heartbreaker. I'm not a killer.
You're sure acting like one.
I'm trying to survive.
He's talking. That's good. Maybe if I keep him occupied a little longer. Then tell me, what's your side of the story? Why were you arrested?
You're going to have to ask your colleagues that. Now, I think you're trying to stall, so...
I jolt, almost dropping my gun as an eerie wail splits my ears. Eep! The ground rumbles. Lights flash in my eyes. What is happening? August and Jones are struggling again. The noise must have distracted August long enough for Jones to make a move. I rush towards them, looking for an opening, and ram my fist into August's face. Ha! August staggers backwards. Jones breaks free, then recovers his own gun. A few breaths later, we both have August at gunpoint. August, meanwhile, stares at something else. Uh-oh.
What the?
Something is rising out of the ground. More than one. Metallic structures wide enough to fit several people inside, and tall enough to... I don't even know how tall they are, because they seem to stretch into the sky. For a moment, I wonder if they'll keep rising, but they finally stopped. I struggle to remember my purpose. I lift my gun and advance on August again. Get on your knees. His face, pale. August complies. His gaze remains on the tower.
It's happening.
The crimson spires? What's happening? Do you have any idea where this tower came from? Jones seems to have forgotten about August completely. He approaches the tower, gaping.
There's some sort of mechanism on the left and right side, like a laser sensor.
Maybe don't touch that? He keeps walking around, his hand passing over the sensor. Maybe don't mess with that? Maybe let's deal with the supposed criminal first?
12 seconds later.
Jonesy! Enemy! Enemy! Use the flute fail version of In the Arms of the Angel because the original one got copyrighted. Jonesy! Oh, just like that. Oh, Jonesy.
His head is gone. Maybe I scream. I don't even know. I can't process what is happening anymore. Jones is dead. Something shot him. I don't know why. I don't know what. I don't know where it came from. Nothing makes sense anymore. Of their own accord, my feet move towards him.
Don't.
And then a hand yanks me back, right before I step past the same sensors Jones did. August stands next to me, a cold smirk on his face.
It would be a shame for you to make the same mistake as your friend there. You seem more intelligent. Perhaps you're in shock.
Yeah.
Please, remember later that I just saved your life.
Oh, all right. I guess.
We shouldn't walk past that tower, and I highly doubt your reinforcements will reach us.
Jeez! He points to the side and behind us, and in every direction. Oh, shoot! Oh, snap, what? Oh, man, what the heck? The silhouettes of multiple towers reach into the sky, forming a large ring around the town of Bataille.
I believe we're surrounded.
What the heck?
We are witnessing an evolutionary event unlike anything in human history.
The myth of materialism dissolves. The age of reason collapses. A new reality reveals itself.
There's this trope in science fiction and fantasy of an ancient force buried deep underground. We think of this as a fairy tale, but it is very much real.
We're trapped in this town forever. Or maybe we're stuck in a nightmare. But if so, we don't get to wake up. All we can do is learn to fight back.
Power is real. You can feel it, you can taste it. Some people possess it and others do not, but only the weak despise it. With power comes order.
I never asked for this power, but I have it, and I can help you.
What the actual heckapoo? Crimson Spires. Well, okay. To be continued. Well, that was the demo for Crimson Spires. This game is available on Steam and it looks really cool. I do not yet own this game because I'm kind of baroque. But I am interested, and if the time comes where I can acquire this game, I would love to play more of it. And hopefully Editor Me remember to put the trailer in this video so you can see all the cool stuff that should happen, because I heard vampires and I was like, yeah, sure, I want to give this a try. Let me know what you think in the comments. Have you played this game? Like to see me play this game? Curious about the shenanigans afoot? But anyway, thank you so much for hanging out with me. Take care of yourself, have a great night, and remember, there is always hope.